What's up, everyone? Welcome back to this week's pinball tournament video. Today we'll be talking about the one ball challenge we had on Camp Bloodbrook, the newest table on Pinball M, and then we'll be moving back to the Williams tables on Pinball FX with a one ball challenge on Williams the Getaway High Speed 2. And I think that'll be a fun table because just the way the designers makes it seem like an actual hot pursuit, a high-speed chase with the gear changes, like you're driving a stick shift, and the dispatch callouts, which is really cool. And even on the actual machine, there's like a little red flash or beacon for the topper that really makes it look like a police siren. But I think that will be a cool table to do, and it's one I'd like to explore a little more. I've played that table a lot on like 5-minute challenges and even just classic, but it has also a couple Easter eggs in it as well. But just a really cool concept for a table, specifically when we're talking about tables integrating themes. So I think the Getaway High Speed 2 does a really good job at that. The sound bites, like the hearing the engine right when the game starts, is really cool as well. So kind of pay attention to that as you play the table this week. But another reason I wanted to do this that table was because I've actually watched a few live high-speed chases. If you ever watch the news, sometimes they'll switch to a high-speed pursuit in progress, and what they do is there's usually like a helicopter flying over the in the sky that's able to follow the car chase, and they're really kind of scary to watch because you just never know how they're going to end. And when the driver is going like 120 miles per hour and on the highways and byways, it can get very dangerous. But they're very interesting kind of things, from a procedure point of view. Sometimes they'll have to put like stakes in the road to like pop out the tires to stop the suspect. But you'll see that in movies, so it's very interesting kind of theme for pinball because it's not just a car theme, right? It's more like a high-speed chase, and so I think that's really kind of relevant. And they happen a lot; they happen all the time, but they seem to happen a lot in like the West Coast and California. I think because there's a lot of the highways there are like more open. It's easier to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, they're always happening. But you kind of have to look out for them if you want to catch them live. Let me know if you've ever seen something like that because I think it's very interesting to talk about hot pursuit, high speed chases. So going back to the one ball challenge we had on Camp Bloodbrook. I felt it was a great table when I first started playing it, and I think it's because, it's a new table, and playing a new table, you're always kind of, each time you play, it's always like a discovery, like, you're trying to see how the modes start, you're trying to get used to the different side missions and main modes, and that's what I liked about this table. I think it has some pretty interesting and intuitive modes. Like on Camp Bloodbrook, there's like 4 main acts, and then there's like camp trials, which are like the side missions. So when I started playing, I tried each of the main modes, and I figured out that the escape plan was the easiest mode because during that mode all the lanes were lit and you could get 1,000,000 points there. But something that was really important, Bouchy even pointed it out, was that it's all about the timing of the storm targets that spell storm, because when you complete the storm targets you actually get 3 times scoring. So if you start the mode like the main mode, like escape plan, and then you activate storm scoring, which is 3 times playfield scoring. Each of those lane shots will get you 3 million instead of 1 million, and then you know, completing it instead of 5 million, you'll get 15. So that's huge and really kind of important. But I was telling Bouncy, those storm targets are not easy to hit because the S is probably the hardest letter to get. So it's really a practice if you can do that. But if you're able to do that, you can really optimize your scoring because 3 times scoring is huge. But, I was trying different things and I could not get a multi-ball started. I think it was hard for me to get a multi-ball started. There was the Lake Lurker multi-ball that you had the access to. There was the machete one. There was the camp house, the cabin lock. But I could not get any multi-ball started. And so the only thing I could really do was, start the trials, which is fairly easy to do by hitting that little roundabout up top. So yeah, I mean the skill shot was kind of very easy. I always just got the F and fog for 3 million. The other thing that was kind of hard about this table was the Bell Award. That it's basically a left orbit shot, very hard to hit, and sometimes on a 1-ball challenge, one of the awards that they give is a multiplier being held, but with a 1-ball challenge, it doesn't really matter because you only have 1 ball. So some of the awards are not even worth it there. But I did feel like the machete on the table kind of obstructed my view of the right orbit. So that was kind of weird because I couldn't really see the ball. It kind of felt like it was just in the way. So I'm kind of wondering if you guys felt the same way about the machete on the table from the design point of view, because I can't really see, because you have to hit the right orbit for some of the trials, and I thought it was hard to see exactly where I was supposed to be aiming for that shot. Another thing that I think is interesting about Camp Bloodbrook, well, about all pinball in general, and something that Bouchy brought up actually, was the nudging aspect. Now, nudging we've talked a lot about in previous videos, but it's something that I think needs to be talked about a little more, because nudging is kind of like gaming the game, right? It's pinball designers created the tilt warning, right? Because they figured out that players were moving in the machine to the point where it would tilt, right? And so you think about it, designers implemented that mechanic to force players not to do that. But there is, you can still do that and get away with it. And it's almost become kind of part of the game itself. And I think that if you can nudge properly and you understand the limitations, like how often you can nudge, because Bouchy was showing me something about how you can, when you get the warning, you have to not nudge for another 10 seconds and it'll reset the tilt warning. But if you can understand the limitations and use it to your advantage, I think is a really important skill in pinball. Much harder to do in real life because the machines are heavy, but and it feels kind of awkward to do. Like I never do it in real life. I think I tried, but it's just so awkward. But when we're talking about digital pinball, if you can do that, I think, and you can do it right, that's a skill in pinball I think that you should take advantage of, because sometimes I'll just be watching the ball drain and I'll tell my brain, nudge left, nudge right, and I'll never do it because I'm just so busy watching the ball. It's almost like I'm trying to move the ball with my mind. It never works that way. So I think that's something a lot of people fall trap into, is that they're not really nudging enough. And I'm one of those people. I don't nudge enough, and I should do it more and practice it more. But I'm always scared to nudge because of the tilt. But I know that on some tables it'll be different, like Williams tables and Zen Originals and Pinball M tables. So my suggestion would be to explore nudging a little more and kind of get used to it. And because I think, nudging, a good nudge can save the ball from draining in the out lane and in the center drain. And sometimes I'll nudge, but sometimes it won't be enough. No matter how much you nudge, if it's going down the out lane, it's going down the out lane. But at least it's worth a try, right? So let's talk about the scores here. This was an open tournament, and we had a lot of shift. Balchi was actually in first place for a long time, but recently our first place winner is Gatvic. So congratulations to you, Gatvic, for 245 million points. Very good score here for a 1-ball, especially because I played this on 3-ball just to kind of understand what the scores are like. So it's crazy that you can get these great scores with 1 ball, that's why I love playing 1-ball, because it gives you that confidence boost that if you can get this score on a 1-ball, you can do this. Imagine what you can get on 3 balls, right? 3 times the scores, basically, if you play each ball like it, right? So congratulations to Gatpick for that first place score and taking Balchi and bumping him to number 2. But also, look how close Balchi's score is. 243 million. Only 2 million shy, so very close in heated competition here. But congratulations to Balchi for second place. Really great score as well. Balchi gave me those tips. I think he said he almost got to wizard mode. And that's hard to do because, on this table, the camp trials are hard to do. Most of the main acts, the main modes are really hard to complete. But I think, to get to wizard mode, I think something that some people forget is that, you don't have to complete each mode, I think, to get to have it complete. I think you just have to try them. I'm not sure about that, but let me know, because I always forget about that. I'm like, do you have to get to wizard mode? It's only, trying the mode, right? It's not necessarily completing them, right? I don't know. But in second place, we have Balchi99. Congratulations to Balchi. Third place, we have Pomor73 with 181 million. Going down here in fourth place, we have StephVol0702 with 168 million. And so I've seen these names before, so I'm going to give them a shout out. I came in fifth with 111 million points. There was a time when I got to 110 million on a really good, what I felt like it was a really good session, but I was like, I was like kind of surprised because I couldn't even beat my other score, right? And so as I play these tables, I don't look at the top score. I always look at the person above me, and that's my kind of goal. Like, if I'm trying to get to fourth, I say to myself, I just have to beat 168 million because I don't want to, I don't want to lose sight of my goal. So in sixth place, we have our Australian Pinball FX fan, PFX fan, the Nudge Ninja with 105 million points. Congratulations to PFX fan. And seventh place, we have Carpy Sun with 99 million points. Carpy Sun has always been in our tournaments. As well as Geronimo in game in eighth place with 89 million points. Also very close here. Just 10 million points separating. And then in ninth place, we have Bad Jack Daniels with 72 million points. And in 10th place, to round it off, UTD 4000 with 67 million points. Going down the list, Dracky Barks in 12th place with 37 million points. Dracky Barks also had a tournament. It was a Shiver Challenge on Camp Bloodbrook, but it was only 3 attempts. And so I used up my 3 attempts really fast. But yeah, that was a fun tournament. So thank you to Dracky for hosting that. And then Fabled Scarab in 13th place with 31 million points. And then Google's in 15th place with 19 million. Wombat in 16th place with 12 million points. My friend Urko 1945 with 6 million. Shaitan Fu in 20th with 3 million. Going down, and there's those are names I'm familiar with. So yeah, hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys had a good Halloween. Hope you all stayed safe. I guess I'll just mention a little bit. Halloween was my neighborhood. Not a lot of trick-or-treaters. It seems like it's becoming less and less each year. I don't know why it is, but I remember when I was going trick-or-treating when I was a kid, there was, it seemed like the whole neighborhood was out and about. But I think one of the reasons why I didn't get a lot of trick-or-treaters was, I didn't really decorate my front yard with, Halloween decorations. So that might be a reason, because I remember when I was trick-or-treating, sometimes I would skip houses that didn't have any decorations. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And now I have a lot of leftover candy that I'm eating myself. Kit Kats and Payday bars and different kind of chocolates. So follow me over. We'll go back to Pinball FX for a closed tournament on the Getaway High Speed. Guys, welcome back. We're on Pinball FX. I've created the private one-ball tournament on the Getaway High Speed 2. The password is going to be 89099. So 89099. It's a one-ball challenge, unlimited players, unlimited attempts, 5 days. Let's go. And let me look at the ID here. So here's the ID, C6WU, and let's go. So, all right. Oh man. So, shifting gears is important here. Remember that. And to shift gears, you just press the launch button. But I like it because you got a kickback. You got these burn rubber awards here. 5 million, okay. It's just a great design. Plus you have all these awesome loops. Okay, shift gears. See that? Now I'm in second gear. Oh, this would be an awesome thing to play in real life. Shift gears, okay. Now I'm in third gear. And, I actually didn't even realize how to shift gears on this table until I found out, oh, you gotta press launch. So just be aware of it. Let me go again here because that was a bad. But look how important the shifting gears is because it adds to your bonus multiplier. So let's go again here. What is the skill shot? You see on the topper, on the real machine, there's that little flasher, that beacon. Love that. And look at the helicopters. Like, that's a huge high speed. Looks like something from James Bond, right? All right, so let's go here. I think there is a skill shot. I'm just not sure what it is. $10 million is one of the awards. So I'm interested to see what the scores look like. I know there's a multi-ball. I like the kickback as well. I think it's nice having a little bit of a safety already given to you. Oh, also look at that. Look at the stoplight. Oh, I love that. Looks actually really nice. I don't think I've noticed that. Okay, we got a lock going.
Nice wheels.
Let's go. Okay, we're on second gear right now. Okay, let's see. 10 million, baby. Oh, no. No! Why? This table's so addicting. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, what I got? 12 million. Okay, one more time here, because I don't like my score 12 million. Okay, this time, try hard mode. Okay, 10 million, baby. Oh, man. See how important that kickback is? shift gears. Okay. All right. Oh no! Why did I do that? Oh my gosh. Oh, this table's fun. But I'm gonna leave it here because if I don't stop now, I'll play this table for hours. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's tournament on the Getaway High Speed 2. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Have fun.